Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Ken and Ken take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars and the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Aggression in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Ken and Ken in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. We live and love that break in the mind. Ken and the world. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, their foes can't fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here.
Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Ken and Ken in the Morning. And we've got a special guest group of Nick and Ralph with us today. How you guys doing today?
I feel good that it's only the Ken show.
And of course, as always, joined by Joe, the Raiders fan. Are the Chiefs still sucking your left nut?
I mean, they might be taking a break right now.
Today's troll your ass off Friday for this dude, Joe. And Geno Smith is as good as Jordan Love.
Nick thinks I'm trolling because he basically tried to, early in the morning, like an hour ago, send me a text like sucking Jordan Love's balls, like, oh, isn't this guy fucking fantastic? And look at him just kill this guy. So I texted him back. I was like, dude, I mean, he's a middle of the pack quarterback, dude.
No, he's not. You're fucking insane saying
Nick,
shit like that.
See what I mean? And Nick's losing his shit because I won't glaze Jordan Love like he does.
Hey,
so I just asked him. I asked him a very serious question.
Is Jordan Love even top 5 in any categories? Yes, you dumbass.
That's what I said. Like, has Jordan Love finished top 5 in any statistical category?
Touchdown passes? What are you talking about?
Second in touchdown passes when?
Second in touchdown passes 2 years ago.
Yeah, his first year starting.
Okay.
Behind Dak Prescott.
And then he went one and done in the playoffs. And
no, he didn't.
Then last year
he won his playoff.
He won a playoff game.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He won one playoff game, and then last year he went one and done. You're right.
He had almost a perfect game, his first playoff game.
Shout out Corey.
And last year he was wildly mediocre and
won. Mediocre last year. He was hurt.
I said he was wildly mediocre.
He was not mediocre. You have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, so wildly mediocre was Gardner Minshew.
To be fair, he was kind of
wildly.
He was kind of mediocre last year.
Gardner Minshew was not wildly mediocre. He was wildly terrible. There's a difference.
You guys talking about Love truck sticking that safety?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was cool, but it's not smart of Love to be doing things like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. But it definitely helped provide a little momentum to the team after watching him do it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Packers look like the fucking.
He didn't have to take like he was going out of bounds first.
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. The Packers look like contenders, bro. Like Super Bowl contenders. I mean, there's no denying that. Like, is there room for improvement from Love's game? Absolutely, but you know what I mean. Like that defense is getting after it, man.
Well, careful. You're not allowed to say that.
The Packers are gonna be a fucking problem, man.
If you don't say Jordan Love is a finished product and the most polished quarterback in the NFL, Nick's coming for you.
No, the fact that you said that Geno was better than Love is my problem. That's fucking insane to say.
I didn't say that Geno was better. I said they were equal.
No, they're not.
But
oh my god, you are crazy.
And I know that. And I know that they're not equal, but I just had to bring you down a notch.
That's why I said
because you're glazing too hard. You're like trying to anoint this dude like he's the next Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or something, and it's like, come on, dude. Is he really?
Let's do this. Like both you guys, Nick and Joe, you're two of the like more knowledgeable, like honestly better fans on this network. And Love is a really good quarterback, but Love needs to just learn to be more efficient. You know what I mean? Like a lot of quarterbacks do. And you can't have like a 63% career completion percentage and say like, you know, there's no room for improvement either. But that being
One thing
said,
that
you know what I
bothers
mean?
me-
He's a pretty damn good quarterback. You know what I mean?
Something that bothers the shit out of me about Love is when guys are doing crossing routes, he throws it behind them every fucking time. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Mhm. That and like I was saying to Nick before the show, I wish he'd put a little bit more air under some of these deep balls. To me, he's throwing them a little bit flat.
Hey, Ralph, what do you think about Love's performance so far and just like him overall as a quarterback?
I think he's done the job he needs to do, and I think that Green Bay is going to be a force to reckon with this year because of Micah Parsons' acquisition, and then on top of that, you got Matt LaFleur's in his third or fourth year here, and and whatnot. He's putting his stamp on everything. I think Green Bay's going to take the division, I believe, because I'm not sold on Detroit right now with Dan Campbell without his coordinators. I've said that many times, and the Bears are still trying to crawl their way out of a paper bag, So I mean, right now with Ben Johnson, I mean that game I saw against Minnesota, undisciplined football, then penalties and all that stuff. I mean, that was terrible.
Yeah,
and then,
I describe it as they're trying to overcome being a dysfunctional organization. Still, I mean that's how I put it.
Yeah, they have a lot of work to do, Brusky Bear. They really do. And then on top
they
of that,
sure do.
You got Minnesota with J.J. McCarthy. We don't know yet what's left of him. Once he gets a defense that's going to be a good defense, we don't know what he can do. We know what he did against the Bears. Okay,
Well,
that's all
we know that
right
Minnesota has a great supporting cast. Their roster is really good.
Oh,
top
they
to
do,
bottom.
yes. And when Jordan Addison comes back from his suspension, it's going to be even better. Him and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish the Steelers would have took Jordan Addison. I pushed for him. I said, take him, and we didn't. And now he's doing what he's doing with Minnesota. So. Yeah.
When we were having our shows during the drafts, we were saying that we wanted Jordan Addison. I could see him at USC. He was good.
Yes, he was, and he was good at Pitt too. I mean, he really was. I wish he didn't go to USC, but the NIL, and I'm not going to go there with NIL. So.
What is up there, John Dorn? What are your thoughts of the game last night, buddy? Oh, okay. Now that John Dorn has some ears, what's up there, John Dorn? What are your thoughts on the game?
Well, let's just say that Jordan Love's the best quarterback ever. No.
Hey, be careful. You might make Joe have a meltdown.
That's why you said it. But no, this offense actually needs help yet. I mean, it's still work in progress. They're not running on all 6 or all 8 cylinders. They're running on maybe like 5. I mean, we gotta get that running game going. We got things we gotta clean up.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing that I like about this team is it's feeling like, and this isn't like favorable, obviously. Obviously, you want both sides of the ball to look great, but I think this year we're gonna go as far as our defense takes us. But teams win Super Bowls doing that, though.
Oh yeah, and Love will improve throughout the season. Like he's not gonna, he'll get better. You know what I mean? More reps, he'll get better. Like, and it's not like he's bad. I'm not suggesting he's not good. You know what I mean? I'm just saying he'll improve.
But see,
And when he does, that's going to be, when he does, that's going to make it scarier. They're going to be even scarier of a team.
Yeah, you can't underestimate Washington's defense. They actually have a really good defense. With Dan Quinn. Look what he did in Dallas with their defense there, and then he has, So, but I mean, it was an interesting game last night. I mean,
they definitely have a much improved defense this year. The Commanders have a much better defense this year than they did last year.
They do.
Yes, they do. Yes,
and
yes.
Hey, Ken, I wanted to address a comment in the chat if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Corey, when I'm on that other channel, like the things I'm saying, like like it's not like make believe. It's like I literally mean what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So like my thing I'm trying to get through to Russ is like, hey, when you think you have a Super Bowl window, like when you think your team is primed to make a Super Bowl run, right? You don't sit on $30 to $50 million in cap space, multiple seasons in a row. You try to make that move or two moves to put you over the top while you have that opportunity, because as much as you plan and as much as you think like you're going to build a little dynasty and be a contender every year, nah, man, that stuff, that window usually lasts like 2 to 4 years for most teams when they're good, if they ever get to that point. So the fact that the Lions are they're just like, they have like a cowardly GM, like a cheapskate GM. Like he wants to re-sign Davenport while the Packers go out and trade for Parsons.
And
like, that's ridiculous.
What you're saying is exactly why Rodgers only has one ring. We fucking shit the bed doing that over and over, not helping him out, holding on to cap space that we didn't need to hold on to for all those years just to have shitty defenses and not get back to the Super Bowl.
Well, it was so bad with Ted Thompson wanting to roll that fucking cap over every year that the league had to make a rule about it that you had to spend 80% of your cap.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Steelers had extra money this year. We went out and got some guys, to push for the Super Bowl. At least that's what they think. But, my opinion on that, I've already told you. So, but yeah, we spent we had 20 or 30 million under the cap. We went out and spent it, got some players.
When you guys got DK,
that kind of cap money like that,
When you guys got DK Metcalf, I was like, you fuckers, dude.
Yeah, and we got Jabril Peppers now too. So Peppers and Ramsey in the same defensive backfield. Look at, look out. We got to get rid of Terrell Austin, our defensive coordinator. He's terrible.
See, the thing going into this game yesterday, I was worried about their two of our starting offensive linemen were out, and see how that offensive line would be during the game. And actually, it turned out to be pretty darn good. I mean,
all except for Belton.
Yeah,
Belton absolutely sucked. Yeah, and I don't want to see him start a game the rest of his rookie season.
But he looked that better than fucking got Lions fucking offensive line. I mean,
Okay.
And Sean Ryan,
so the kid looked better than the geriatric squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the problem, guys, with stuff with with some of these teams. They don't look at their lines of scrimmage. Lines of scrimmage are a very important factor in winning football games. You control the line of scrimmage, you control the game. Okay, and a lot of teams don't put. Look at Cincinnati. How many years, including the time they went to the Super Bowl, they still have bad offensive lines because they don't invest enough money into their lines. Or they get guys that come in that are bums. I mean, you have to invest in your Steelers. Didn't invest too much. They should have went out and got a couple good defensive linemen to help Cam Hayward. I mean, and I know we got two rookies, Y.A. Black and Derek Harmon still hurt. Okay, but still, you got to go out. You got to control your lines of scrimmage. That is where you win football games. I don't care how else you think. That's how you win them.
I'm loving about Broski fucking comment there. They're going on fucking practice players. That's
and hey, Dorn.
Yeah.
I think you need to change your name, man. I think it's incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's right on, Kel. Boomy's a bust. I mean, come on.
Well, he's what?
He's a huge bust, man.
Oh, exactly. That's my point.
So who do you got winning between you and the Lions? You better say the Bears.
Dude,
I think the Bears can beat them.
I think they can.
I think the Bears. I put it this way: I have a better feeling about this game than I did Week 1. So, I just think the Bears match up decently against the Lions. I really do. Am I really confident and jumping up and going, yeah, we're gonna beat them? No. The Bears are a hot mess. You know what I mean? But can they beat the Lions? Yeah, they definitely can beat the Lions. And the way to do it is to dominate them in the trenches, because I actually think the Bears are stronger in the trenches, both sides of the ball. They have to take advantage of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I would be shocked if Ben Johnson didn't spend most of training camp preparing for this game specifically.
To me, it comes
True
down
story.
to Cal Williams' accuracy. If he can start throwing some more dimes, I think they'll be all right. I think they can win that game.
Like Ralph was saying, like the offense and defensive line, that's the most important part of football. If your defensive line is stout, you can have mid cornerbacks like we do, and it helps them out and look good because they can jump routes when we're getting to the quarterback. Like Nixon looked great last night.
I was just about to say,
not great.
Me too.
Like how Nixon looked like a real corner out there.
Yeah, he's not that great. We know
Dude,
that.
Dude, hold on. I know I've done this before, but let me pound the table again. Let Kerryon Valentine be the number one corner.
Right on. Nate Hobbs looked pretty good last night. I'll say that. But
Except that penalty.
with your offensive line, if you have a great offensive line, look at what's happening to Jared Goff already with not the best offensive line in the league. Like, if you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's not going to matter, man.
That's right. That's exactly correct. You hit the nail right on the head there. Yes.
And then Lions offensive running game too took a hit because of that offensive line.
Yes.
Right. They had the best running duo in the league, and now it's like, where did they go? Well, the offensive line isn't
Well, I think part of the problem is during the offseason, nobody put any rice into Morton Salt, so his offense clumped up.
Yeah. Exactly.
wow.
Like Robert said, the Lions are frauds.
A Morton Salt joke.
You're welcome.
They're booze gold Lions. Same old
Hey,
Lions.
Doran, did you hear Russ? Did you hear Russ today this morning? Did you hear?
Yeah.
Did you hear him like screaming? He was actually screaming at me on his
You're
his show.
trolling, Broski. You're just trolling. I don't want to be trolling. I don't like trolls. I don't like trolls at all. Yeah.
Doran, you just sounded like a leprechaun or something, dude.
That's just Russ.
They need to find me
Just
for
said
the
you be
goal.
trolling
Like trolls. I need to go.
Who do you think protects the gold in the green and gold? It's
Yeah.
John Doran.
I need me gold.
Lions are booze gold Lions.
Gold Lions.
I truly think that the Bears can beat the Lions. There's something to be said about overcompensation, and I think when the Vikings played the Bears, it was like a measuring stick for both of them. Like, how good are we going to be against each other? Whereas the Lions are coming in just expecting to win, so the Bears really have no pressure. If they beat the Lions, dude, the Lions are in for a rude awakening, man. I think the Bears can pull it off.
Well, if they beat the the Lions are going 0-3.
Exactly. I'm cautiously optimistic, let's just say. And all off season, I said the Lions are starting 0-3. So let's just see that happen. Let's see that happen.
Well, if they don't make it 0-3, or if they get to 0-3, there's a good possibility. I'm not saying it's probable, but there's a good possibility they could start 0-7 with the way their schedule's laid out in the beginning.
Well, that's why I call it the Basement Bowl this weekend. It's called the Basement Bowl for a reason.
If they go 0-7, there's going to be some assistant coaches getting fired. That's the bottom line right there. I mean,
I think.
Hey, Rob, you know who the Lions play week 4? They play Cleveland Browns, which Cleveland's not a contender, but Cleveland's D-line can give that Lions O-line a lot of problems.
Oh, absolutely. Jim Schwartz is that defense he has there is, I mean, Myles Garrett and all that. They can really. Oh yeah, absolutely. They could lose. Detroit could be 0-7, like Ken said. That could actually happen. And if it does, assistants are going to be getting fired.
Like I know it's early. I know it's early in the season. Like it's really early in the season to have must-win games. But I kind of feel like this is a must-win game for the Lions, dude.
Yes. Yeah,
that's a good call.
Yeah.
I agree with that, Damian. Braxton Backfield Jones needs to be benched.
If they start 0-3, I can't see a way that they pull it out of the fire, dude. I mean, they would have to go on a run, dude.
Joe, because they're not going to have anything to pull out at that point.
It's going to be a collapse because they have a tough division, whether anyone thinks of it or not. And start a records.
It's not just their division.
Division games. Start a records out the window.
Yeah, and not just that, but then the divisions that they're playing the AFC North, the NFC East. Like they got a tough slate, man.
Yeah.
Well, the Giants are in the NFC East, so that seems like a gimme.
And, you know,
that's one that they're circling. They're like, okay, we should be able to beat Russ. You know, like
something I think Green Bay did early, luckily, is we pulled ourselves out of that situation where are we going to be in a whirlwind of fire in the middle of the season? Now we play the Browns next. We should win that game. We have a better interior than they do. Then we got the Cowboys week 4. I can't wait for that one.
Cannot wait for that game because Micah Parsons is going to go fucking insane.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Dallas lost that game against Philadelphia, I was kind of impressed the way they moved the football.
Yeah,
I
was
really surprised about the way they moved the football.
They
really
lost
was.
because CeeDee Lamb dropped the ball. We all know that. If he doesn't drop that pass, they win that game.
Exactly. Yeah. Crisco fingers for that game. Oh my.
yeah. But honestly, I think that Dallas game is going to be a good game. Like, I really do. I think that Dallas is going to show up for that one, dude, because there's a lot of backstory or a lot of, it's not just football with that game. Like,
well, not just that, the Cowboys can score the ball. So, like, if you get us into a shootout, that's probably going to be our biggest problem this year. If our defense isn't stoutly stopping the other team, then we feel uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then the Giants, on the other hand, I think Russell Wilson is going to make or break Brian DeBoe's coaching job. I mean, if Brian DeBoe has another bad season and him and the GM do not get fired, there's a problem with that organization. Somebody needs to step up. I mean,
that's why Sean McVay got rid of him, because he was like, I'm not going to hang my coaching career on Russell Wilson after his prime.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
you tell him, Eric. You tell him.
Honestly, though, I like, as much as I think the Giants aren't going to be good this year, I think Dable might be able to save his job by, basically dumping Russ halfway through the season and starting Dart.
I think he has to dump Russ after this week here of week 2 against the Cowboys, because if he puts another performance like he did against Washington out on that field, there's a very realistic chance he could get fired himself. Let me tell you, Mora is already losing his mind over this shit. Now,
I think I said McVay and I meant Peyton, obviously.
Well, that's their own fault, Ken, because they should have fired DeBoe and the GM at the end of last season.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, why would you put yourself through that kind of misery? That's the kind of thing that bothers me on that.
Yeah, that kind of goes to the whole fact of Belichick said that there was one team that he would absolutely refuse interviewing for, and that was the New York Giants because of their ownership. Because if you're going to be that freaking inept that you're going to allow Russell Wilson to stink it up that bad, and your coach that not only has put out these horrible performances, but is an absolute asshole to deal with, you're going to let him continue to go out there and be the face of your franchise? That don't speak well for ownership.
Well, look what happened to the Steelers last year. We had Justin Fields 4-2. We could have kept them in there. We could have had a better record. We were 6-6 with Russell Wilson. Okay, and again, here he is. He's with the Giants, and I think he's done after this season. I really believe that. If he goes to another team and someone signs him, he's going to have to be a backup.
The problem for the Giants, though, is that even if they fire Dable, what coach worth his salt is going to actually want to go there with the ownership?
Hold on.
Exactly, Joe. Who wants that job? Nobody.
Hold on. There is some major rumors, and again, this is rumors, so take it with a grain of salt, that John Gruden has been talking about coming into the NFL again after this season, and there are some links to him and the Giants. Now, again, massively take that with a grain of salt, but if anybody could pull that franchise around, I'd say it would be Gruden.
Yeah, Gruden could turn it around, but let me say this now. Somebody would take that job because there are guys out there who want to be head coaches, and they're desperate no matter what it is to be the head coach.
Well, as long as they keep Halfley out of the deal, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But I said any coach worth his salt, though. I said, good coaches don't want that job. they're going to
No,
end up with another rookie
I,
coach.
I was just about to
But
say
if
though,
they get Gruden, I mean,
a guy like Jeff Halfley, who might be chomping at the bits to be a head coach, no matter where it is. That I don't.
He would take that
I'm
job.
scared that Jeff Halfley will leave to be a head coach. I really am scared of that.
Oh
'cause
my.
He's doing such a good job.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Gruden, I think would be a good pick for them, but as long as they're not letting him do the drafting.
I'd rather see
Yeah.
Gruden go down to Miami or something.
Oh yeah, Gruden
would be
with
good
that
for them.
Miami offense, man.
Miami's
Yeah.
another dumpster fire. Yes,
You
The only thing
need a
is,
different
I think
quarterback
Tua
with
would have to
different
go.
brain.
I think Tua would have to go
Yeah.
if Gruden went down to Miami because Tua is not going to be able to run Gruden's offense. Like,
Exactly.
Well, that's why Brian Flores disputed with ownership. He didn't want Tua down there, Joe. He didn't want him down there at all, and, and that's what led to his demise with the ownership group down there. And then the ownership insisted on bringing in Tua, and Brian Flores says, "I don't want him." And then all of a sudden, he ended up getting fired or quitting or whatever.
That's
you know,
another guy,
But
Flores.
this
He
wasn't-
could go somewhere being coaching.
Yes,
but what
no,
I was saying that it wasn't so much an indictment on Tua's talent. I wasn't trying to crap on Tua like as a player. Like, I mean, he's put up some decent numbers. You know, his interceptions are really high, his turnovers are really high. But like, I just meant specifically for Gruden's offense. Like, Tua is not a dink and dunk quarterback, and that's what Gruden needs. Gruden needs.
exactly. Yeah,
Gruden
correct.
needs a high completion
Well,
percentage
because
guy
John
that can
Gruden
throw the ball short.
John Gruden runs the West Coast offense. That's why
Mhm.
he's mainly a West Coast offensive guy. He doesn't like to play 4 wide and shit like that.
Gruden will probably pick up our backup, Willis. That'd be perfect for him.
Yeah, well, Miami, if Gruden takes that job, Miami's going to have to. If Tua goes, maybe Tua will go somewhere and do better, because a lot of times you go to other teams, change the atmosphere, change the coach, change the system. Maybe things will work out better for him somewhere else. It's not working out for him down in Miami.
And get rid
Do
of
you guys think
Hill.
Gruden would be willing to take a OC job anywhere?
No, he wants to be a head coach.
Yeah, I think he
Trust me.
strictly
I think
wants to be a head coach.
Yes, yes.
Some
What
guys
about
are
college
just
head?
straight up
What about a
coaches.
college head coach? You think he would do that?
Oh yeah,
He might. Yeah, he might. If he's desperate, he'll take a college
I could
job.
see him
And
taking
if-
over like Tennessee or
Right.
a team like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
Probably
even
an SEC team.
Oh,
Maybe
Alabama,
even
that would be
Alabama
crazy.
after that performance against Florida State. Oh, you know what I mean? So yeah, I would say he would. It would have to be a program that has the money to pay him. And there are a lot of colleges out there that have the money to pay him. So
I would say
You
it's
know.
probably going to be an SEC school because he's going to look for a team that has talent and has good recruiting. Like,
yeah, you know who needs to resurrect themselves, Joe? Florida. Florida hasn't been relevant since Steve Spurrier was a coach. Terrible
Yeah.
down there. Horrible.
Yeah.
So Florida would be a good fit for him because he could fix that program up real quick. Look at what
Yeah,
Lane Kiffin has done to Ole Miss. I mean, So I mean, that could happen. I mean,
are we going to go? Are we going to go through the games this week and make picks or what?
I don't know. Ken's the host.
Yeah, let me address another comment in the chat.
Go ahead.
Damien, you're a real scumbag for saying that, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
What do you say?
About what we were talking about earlier, Nick.
Let's not talk about that shit. I
Yeah.
really don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to, but it's one of those
Well,
things
yeah,
like, hey, I see
we're-
something
we're
like that,
not-
I'm addressing it.
Yeah.
No, that's fine, broski. I was just saying, like, for us, let's not actually talk about it. That's all I was saying. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I got it. I got you, man.
that's a
All right.
conversation for a different day.
We can go around and
Hey, there was a comment for me in there. Somebody asked about a question about the Raiders.
hold on, let me see.
The Raiders actually, I gotta tell you what, that was the first time in years that I seen the Raiders look like they put something together that was comparable, like an actual game. Instead of like a lucky win against the Chiefs or some shit. Like, yeah, they had a good game this one week or whatever, but they looked like shit all year. They actually looked pretty good in week one, like as a football team.
And they also they left a lot on out there too. Like they had a spell from the late first quarter until they got that pick where they were just not doing anything. The second half they really got better. I don't remember your name, but are you optimistic this year? Yeah, I'm optimistic, but I'm also realistic. Like I don't expect us to be Super Bowl contenders or anything. Like I think if everything went absolutely right, I've been saying it since the offseason, if everything goes absolutely right, like they don't get bit by the injury bug, Gino plays well, like, you know, he's able to spread the ball around, our defense plays better than the talent level, like we could compete for a wild card, I think, but
Jordan, it's a torn oblique.
Yep.
Fuck, did they get the timetable?
They didn't see no timetable yet, but
Okay.
yeah, I just came out about 12 minutes ago.
Well,
Oh,
that fucking sucks.
yeah.
it does.
Well, let's put Kennard in because I don't want to see Belton again.
Exactly.
bro, that's got to be minimum 4 to 6 weeks.
That's
Minimum.
what I'm thinking.
Damn
And
Hutchinson.
Yep.
on top of that, Jaden Reed broke his collarbone. He's
Yeah.
out for a while. Just, I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yep. Motown Mitch. That's
Who did the Raiders? Oh, the Raiders play the Chargers this week.
yeah. They play. Well, we'll hit that one last. Let's go Bears and Detroit first, and we'll go just quickly around the horn. We'll start with Dorn.
I want to go with the Bears, but the Lions, I think that they need this win more than anything. And I'm going with the Bears. Fuck it. I think Bears will get their shit together with Caleb Williams not overthrowing, and I think they will squeak out a win.
All right, Nick.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears. I think this time clock management will be better. Unlike Thanksgiving last year, I think the Bears are going to pull this one out at the end.
All right, there, Ralph.
I'm taking the Bears because I think Ben Johnson and the team are going to clean up their mistakes from the Minnesota game. Too many penalties, and I think he's going to crack the whip and clean it up because he wants to win. He's going to win this game in Detroit.
Sorry, Corey, man. You're. I think you guys got the wrong coordinators. I think you guys got your offensive line is more in a mess than you really think it is. I think you guys need to replace Decker and Glasgow. You got to replace those guys. And
I think the Hutchinson injury is a big injury still too. He
that's
did not
another
look
thing.
good.
They don't got no pressure. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Lions this year.
Mhm.
I got them about 9 wins. But all right, Joe, you can go. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, dude. I think 9 wins might be optimistic, but you know, hey, yeah, I think there wasn't a single point in the game last week where Jared Goff looked comfortable, and I think that's going to be the same case this week because the Bears' defensive line looked pretty damn good against the Vikings for most of that game. So I think Jared Goff's going to be running for his life again. So I'm going Bears.
All right, Broski.
Yep, I'm going Bears. Bears stronger in the trenches this year. Lions weaker in the trenches this year.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, I really want the Bears to win this game just because it'll be fun to troll Lions fans over this. But I can't consciously pick Caleb Williams to win anything. As long as he's their starting quarterback, I'm picking against them. I got to unfortunately give it to Detroit. And all right, Giants versus Dallas. Dord.
Dallas easy. That should be an easy win for them.
Nick.
Sometimes outscoring your opponent is a good way to win a football game, and this is going to be the simplistic. Cowboys are just going to straight up outscore the Giants.
All right, Ralph.
Yeah, when I saw Dallas play against Philly, I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan by any stretch of the imagination. I can't stand that team. But you know what? The Giants are so bad, I got to take Dallas here.
Yeah, so bad. I think they can go 0-17. I think right there.
Oh man, you're gonna make poor Eric cry, guys. All right, Joe. Speaking of making Eric cry,
Oh man, I just got to say that was a fantastic take by Nick. Like generally, yeah, the team that outscores the other team does win the game.
I just meant,
But yeah,
I just meant sometimes it's just black and white like that. Sometimes the other team can just
Yeah.
score more than you.
hey, I wasn't trying to shit on you. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I'm going Dallas by murder.
He said
All
by
right,
murder.
Broski. All right, Broski.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas.
All right, and yeah, Eric, again, I'm sorry to do this, but for the same reasons that I am not picking the Bears, I am not picking the Giants because Russell Wilson is still the starting quarterback of that team. Some fucking how. He must be really good from the Darcy chair. So I got to give this one to the Cowboys. And all right, it is going to be Baltimore versus Cleveland. Who you got, Dorn?
Cleveland.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll do an upset.
All right, Nick.
Wow, you think Cleveland's going to upset Baltimore? If Baltimore had whooped the shit out of the Bills, I probably would think that this would be one of those trap games. But because Baltimore lost last game, I think they're going to come out and just trounce the Browns. They're just going to destroy them.
Yeah, that's
All right, our resident AFC North man. Where are you picking in this one, Ralph?
Well, I was going to say a toss-up, but I'm going to go with Baltimore in this, despite I live near Baltimore now, so I can't stand either team. I can't deal with either team, but I'll have to take Baltimore here for common sense purposes because I don't think Cleveland's going to win this game.
I just got to throw an upset in there somewhere. I got to throw it in there somewhere.
All right.
Being upset. I'm not a Cleveland. I can't stand either team.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, there, Joe.
I picked Cleveland last week and they almost pulled off the upset, but I think Baltimore's going to be pretty pissed off about what happened last week.
Yeah, I think they are too.
How are you going to stop that run game? That's the thing,
So I'm going Baltimore.
Broski.
I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah, and I'm going Baltimore, and I honestly don't even think this one's going to be close. Give me Baltimore by 14. San Francisco at New Orleans. Who are you taking, Dorn?
New Orleans.
Mick?
I want to say New Orleans, but Spencer Rattler's just fucking.
Yeah, but Purdy's not playing though.
Huh?
Yeah, Purdy's out.
Yeah, Purdy's out.
That's true. Oh yeah, I forgot he got hurt and Kittle got hurt. You know what? Let me go Saints on this one. That's two big losses.
All right, Ralph.
I was impressed with New Orleans. They gave a game to the Cardinals. Cardinals only won by a touchdown. We could see an upset here because of the injuries to San Francisco. This might be Kellen Moore's first win, but you know what? New Orleans is a dumpster fire, and I see 49ers pulling up by a couple points, so I'm going to go with the Niners.
All right, there, Joe. Where are you going?
Man, this is actually a tough one for me because I feel like without Purdy and without Kittle, the Niners are missing a big chunk of their offense, but I think the Saints are just so bad. Like, I'm going to go Niners in squeaker, though.
All right,
It's going to be a dogfight.
Broski.
Yeah, I'm going Saints.
Well, I'm going to actually go for the 49ers in one of the few games they'll win this year because it's going to be the return of the Mac. All right.
You know, you're right. I'm interested to see that myself because, it's another quarterback.
All right,
Trying
we
to
got
rest
New England against Miami. Who are you going with, Torn?
New England.
Nick?
Yeah, even though New England lost to the Raiders, I just think that the Raiders looked better than them. I don't necessarily think that New England was like this horrible team. That I actually think that they got better this year. I think New England's going to win that game.
Well,
I looks like everybody's going to tie, so.
I'm taking Mike Vrabel in New England.
Joe,
New England and who? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Miami.
Oh, yeah, New England. Miami's a dumpster fire, dude. They might not win a game.
Broski.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins win this one at home.
Wow, you got a lot of faith in that South Beach State.
Yeah.
I mean, it's history, man. New England struggles in Miami, so I'm New England's not a good team, so I'm going Miami.
See, I think New England's going to finish number 2 in that division this year. Give me New England to trounce the Miami Dolphins. All right, Jacksonville versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Dorn,
Bengals.
Nick.
Jacksonville looked a lot better that last game, especially the way that they can run the ball with ETN. And I thought Lawrence looked like he improved. I'm taking the Jaguars, bro. I know that sounds crazy, but the Bengals defense is still fucking ass.
Yeah, their offensive line is suspect too.
Yeah.
Ralph, who are you taking in this one?
I'm taking Jacksonville as well. I can't stand the Bengals. I always bet against them. So.
Yeah, Jacksonville. Fuck you, Dorn.
Joe, who you going with?
Despite the fact that Jacksonville looked really good last week and Cincinnati really didn't look that good. Cincinnati, like Cleveland, has a much better defense than Jacksonville, and Cincinnati still managed to get out of there with a win. So I'm going with Cincinnati.
Okay, Broski.
I'm going Bengals.
All right. Well, with how bad they got Joe Burrow annihilated, granted, I know it's Myles Garrett, but I don't think that offensive line can protect worth a shit. Give me Jacksonville in this one, the major question mark for the year.
They're lucky Burrow didn't get hurt in that game.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Mitch, you're all right. We know why you went off, and I personally don't blame you for it. But, okay. We got the LA Rams versus Tennessee, Dorn.
Ooh.
I'm going with the Rams.
Nick?
I got to go with the Rams. That offensive line almost got Cam Ward killed last game. Like, that was ugly to watch. And you know what? Ward actually looked a lot better than I thought he was going to. I thought he was a legit, bust, but I actually saw some good throws from him. So I think Tennessee is going to compete in this game, but I think the Rams are just the better team. They're just going to beat them. They'll win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Rolf?
I think the Rams are going to win. The Tennessee Titans have a offensive lineman named Dan Open Door Moore, and he's overpaid, and he's an open door. And Cam Ward's going to get killed in this game. So I'm taking the Rams.
All right, there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams too. But I agree with Nick. I thought Cam Ward, I didn't think he was going to be a bust. I thought he could be good. And last week, he didn't have a tremendous game, but he showed something. So, but I don't think it's enough to beat the Rams.
Broski?
Yeah, Cam Ward's never going to be good in the NFL. I'm going Rams.
Agreed. Much agreed.
See, I actually like Cam Ward, but there ain't no way in hell I'm picking against the Rams in this game. I think they outmatched Tennessee. So give me LA. All right. Ooh, we got Ralph's game up next. The Sea Chickens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're going to let Dorn go. But, Ralph, I'm going to save you for right before me.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Steelers. Rodgers he looks good. I mean, for his age, he's still looking good. So I'm going with Steelers.
Nick?
The GOAT's back, man. He looked really good, and the receivers that he has to throw to are clearly improved. The offense as a whole looks better, but that defense, the way that they played against Justin Fields last week, I don't expect that to be their defense for the season. I think that they just kind of ran into a week one just weird type of game against a weird type of quarterback. So in this one, I think the Steelers are going to be really successful in this one.
All right, and there, Yinzer, I personally am going to say, oh, God. Give me Rodgers because Burrow might not make it through the game. All right, Joe.
Oh, man, I think this is going to be Sam Darnold's retirement game. I mean, it's going to get ugly, dude. Like, he's going to get fucked up. So I'm going Steelers.
That's true, Isaac. That's true.
All right.
I think Darnold is back to being Darnold again. He looked like the real Sam Darnold last week. He really did.
Yep.
And going up against that Steelers defensive line, dude, like.
All right, Broski, where are you going with this one?
Yeah, traveling across country. I'm going Steelers.
All right, Ralph, give us your predictions.
I'm going to Steelers because if those of you ever remember an old game show called To Tell the Truth, and they would say, will the real so-and-so please stand up? Well, the real Sam Darnold, will you come forward? Well, guess what? We see the real Sam Darnold. So the Steelers are going to win this game.
Oh, all right. And you know what? Since we got a resurgence of it, give me A-Rod to absolutely smoke them. AR-12 and the Steelers win this one. All right. Buffalo at the New York Jets. Who you going, Dorn?
Buffalo.
Nick?
I don't think this one's an easy one to pick, to be honest. I think the Jets are just this really weird, scrappy team this year, and Buffalo was lucky that they won that game last week. I'm gonna go with the Jets. The Jets are gonna beat them this week. Watch, that's gonna be the big upset of the week. The Jets are gonna beat the Buffalo Bills this week.
Oh, shot. Ralph?
What I saw against the Steelers, I agree with Nick, and I think that the Jets might win this game because they are a scrappy team. Aaron Glenn's got this team moving along, and so we'll see. But I think the Jets might beat Buffalo. This might be the upset of the week too.
All right, there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I think the Buffalo's flying high after last week, and the Jets are really pissed off. You know, they lost a squeaker to the Steelers that they could have won, and like I'm going Jets with the upset.
Broski?
Yeah, I expect it to be a close game. What it's going to come down to is Bustin Fields versus Josh Allen. Give me Josh Allen and the Bills. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think this one's actually going to be close too. It's going to be another squeaker, but like Broski said, give me Superman to fashion up his cape again for one more game and give me Josh Allen in this. All right. Carolina at Arizona. Dorn?
Arizona.
Nick?
You know my pick, man. I picked the Cardinals to be a possible dark horse this year. I think that they're a much improved team. I think last year, the second half of the year, they were beating good teams and then losing to bad teams for some reason, which was kind of weird, but they looked improved. Marvin Harrison Jr. looked way better. I think the Cardinals win this one easily.
All right. Ralph?
Excuse me. Did you say Arizona versus Carolina Panthers? I think I'm taking Arizona.
Oh. All right, Joe.
Yeah, I'm going Arizona as well.
Broski?
Yeah, Panthers they really might be the worst team in the league this season. I'm going Cardinals. Trey McBride goes off this game, by the way.
All right. Give me Kyle Murray in the Midget Bowl. I'm going Arizona the whole way.
The Midget Bowl.
All right. Denver at Indy. Dorn?
Denver.
Nick?
This is going to be another weird one. I'm taking Indy, man. I'm taking Daniel Jones and the Colts, man. They scored a lot of points. Denver looked like dog shit. Bo Nix looked like dog shit. I'm not even joking. I think Denver might be in trouble this year. That's another 9-8 win team.
All right, Ralph.
I don't want to have egg on my face because I did with the Seattle game last week when I took them against San Francisco. Look, I like what Daniel Jones is doing in Indianapolis. Denver, as mentioned, it did look bad. I'm going with Indy in this game. Shane Steichen's trying to impress the new ownership and save his job in Indy, so I'm going with Indy.
Joe.
The game's in Indy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Denver's defense is really, really good, man. Like, I really want to pick Indy in this one, but my mind is telling me to go with Denver.
Do it. Do it.
So you're going Denver?
No, fuck it. I'm going Indy, dude. I hate Denver.
All right.
My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yeah.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
I'm going with the Colts.
All right. Well, Daniel Jones had an amazingly clean pocket last week playing for Indy, put up a whole shit ton of stats. Danny Dimes had a resurgence, but give me Danny Dimes to come crashing back into earth, turn back into Danny Pesos, and give me Sean Payton to win this one.
Danny Pesos.
All right. Philadelphia versus Kansas City. Where are you going, Darn?
I'm going with Kansas.
Nick?
The Kansas City Chiefs are not as good as they've been in years past. They're starting this season 0-2, just like the Lions. Everyone's going to be shocked when the Chiefs and Lions are 0-2 to start the new season.
Ralph?
Every game last year that the Chiefs played was a dogfight, and they got lucky. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. They're not lucky this year. They're not good this year. Philly.
Joe?
Yeah. I'm going Philly because their defensive line, their whole defense is really pretty good. And I agree with Ralph. Like last year, the Chiefs won a lot of one-score games, and typically what you see is a regression to the mean the next year. So I'm going with the Eagles.
I forgot the Eagles even brought in Darius Smith, too. I forgot all about that.
Yep. Broski?
Hey, the Chiefs have revenge on their mind after that Super Bowl embarrassment. The Chiefs also lost week 1. That being said, the Eagles are just way too strong in the trenches for the Chiefs. I'm going Eagles.
All right. Yeah. Since this is week 2 and not week 3 when Saquon gets injured and is out for the year, give me Eagles and Jalen Hurts to push Chief Frog Throat, and Eagles take this victory.
And no Kenneth Gainwell to back him up because he's with the Steelers.
All right.
I told you, he's a good little running back, by the way.
Minnesota. Where are you going, Dorn?
Ooh, that's a good
Falcons.
one.
Falcons. All right. Nick?
Yep.
That's a really good one. I think that was fun to watch what JJ McCarthy did last week. Not for Broski, but like just in general as a football fan. But I don't think he's gonna. You can't do that every week of your career. I think the Falcons are gonna just. How can I put this? I think the Falcons will get a field goal at the end to win the game. I think they'll be the one with the ball in their hand at the very end of the game, and they'll end up winning it.
All right, Ralph.
Well, Raheem Morris has to save his job because I'm told it's up. He's on eggshells this year. So, but I'm going to take Minnesota. I like what I saw out of JJ McCarthy in the last game. So,
yeah. Joe.
Man, I'm going to go with the Falcons. Yeah.
All right, Broski.
Yeah, I'm going Falcons in this one.
Yeah, I gotta agree with y'all and say that Minnesota is going to suck a penis, Junior. Give me the Falcons to win this shit. All right. We got Tampa Bay versus Houston, Dorn.
Ooh, I'm going to Tampa.
Nick?
It was Tampa Bay and who?
At Houston.
At Houston? No. CJ Stroud is already not looking as good as everybody thought he was going to be. I'm sorry, but there's just something wrong with that team. But Nick Chubb, I think, is going to have a great game against Tampa Bay this time. He was kind of a non-factor last game, which didn't help at all against the Rams. I think CJ Stroud snaps out of it for a game. I think Houston wins that one.
So what you're saying, Nick, is Houston rides a Chubb to victory?
It just depends. If he's going to be a half Chubb, then they're not going to win that game.
All right, Ralph.
Yeah, he's going to have to make sure his Chubb's a little warmed up before the game.
Tampa Bay.
Joe.
Tampa has a lot of firepower, man, even with the injuries, but like Houston needs this game, dude. If they're going to have any sort of a season, like they can't start off 0-2. So I'm going to go with Houston.
Broski.
It's going to be a close game, but Baker and the Bucs pull this one out.
Yeah, I got to agree there. I think Baker, with the receivers he has, especially with the way Mbuka looked, they're going to win this game. And
that kid looked good. That kid looked good.
CJ Stroud is going to show a little bit more of why he's overrated. All right. Now we got the Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. John Dorn.
Who was that again?
Chargers at Raiders.
Oh, man. I got to go with the Chargers. Sorry, Joe.
Nick.
I think the Raiders are going to prove against the Chargers that they are a much better team this year. But I'm actually kind of high on the Chargers, especially if Quentin Johnson keeps catching the ball. And they got Ladd McConkey and all these weapons. Like, I think this is another one of those. The Chargers are just going to score more points this weekend than the Raiders will.
All right, Ralph.
Chargers.
Broski.
Chargers are becoming a force of nature. Too strong in the trenches for the Raiders. Omarion Hampton has his breakout game. And again, shows that little midget from Boise State what a real running back is. Going Chargers.
All right there, Joe. You got to defend your Raiders.
I think saying that the Chargers are stronger in the trenches is debatable. Especially, we talked about this a few days ago. Joe Alt has been moved to the left tackle spot. Max Crosby is going to be going up against the replacement tackle. I expect Max to have a big day. I think Hampton could have a good day. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a good player. He looks like he's going to be a good player. But I'm going Raiders, dude. It's their home opener. They're going to be fired up for that. And in their 10-game rivalry, right now, Pete Carroll is 5-4 against Jim Harbaugh. I think he makes it 6-4.
All right.
Oh, it's in Las Vegas?
Yep.
It's in Vegas.
Chargers by 40 then.
Genty minus 35 yards.
Now I do like what the Raiders did last week, and I think they are on the move forward. But I picked the Chargers to win this division. Give me a 2-0 start for the Chargers. But on that note, we have to call it. It is that time. We want to thank everybody for watching, especially thank you guys that took your time to comment. Thanks everybody that was on the panel with me this morning. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Safe.
And as always, it's go Pack.
Go!
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun.